Deputy Vice Chancellor, it's time for the Chancellor to give a gift to the Chief Guest.
Your Excellency, this pen is titled Tribute to President Yoweri Museveni, the Ancient Modern Man. And it was done by Mr. Okaha, Emmanuel Lehotu, the gentleman who is holding the picture together with... no, but I want the Excellency to see the picture as I read it. Yeah. So I think that posture is okay. No, but I want to interpret it to Excellency. So anyhow, let me just proceed then. So, this artwork is an heartfelt tribute to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Tibahagowa, President of the Republic of Uganda and visitor of Lira University, capturing his dignified persona and strong leadership. The traditional African attire and the beads add a touch of cultural elegance, symbolizing the president's deep roots in Ugandan culture and his commitment to situate him within his ideological element. A peak of the signature white Kaguta presidential shirt on his upper left shoulder shows Mr. Museveni's individualized fashion statement that promotes his identity and the concept of Bubu, Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, as a strategy for import substitution. The rimmed hat, another signature style of Mr. Museveni, symbolizes his status as a man of class. The African print pattern top of the hat speaks of his embeddedness in African culture and identity. The white ribs of the hat speak of his modernity. He is the ancient modern man. His face speaks of, while his sparkling eyes speaks of layers of dreams and visions of national transformation near and far. The black spotted birthmarks on his face emphasize his originality and unrepeatability in creation. The Lira University main black picture in that painting is a symbol of increased access to higher education, one of the pillars of Mr. Museveni's vision. It underscores the importance of education in shaping the future of our nation. The building's contemporary architectural style of modern institutional design combines minimalism, functionality, sustainability, innovation, flexibility, and technological integration, which reflects his vision of a modern but sustainable development powered by technological leapfrogging. The portrait of the president is larger than that of the main administration building because the building is a product of the vision of Mr. Museveni for promoting greater access to higher education and his passion for promoting research and innovation. Finally, Your Excellency, the pure blue skies speaks of sustainable peace and tranquility, hope and possibilities, and good weather, both material and immaterial, both physical and political weather. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker, we are privileged to have Mr. Geoffrey Onya, the Principal Education Officer, representing the Minister of Education and Sports today.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, Honorable Minister present, the Chancellor Lira University, all honorable members of Parliament present here, religious leaders, city and district local government leaders present, the chairperson and members of the University Council, the Vice Chancellors and members of the staff of Lira University, our development partners present, the vice chancellors and principals of other universities here present, our parents and guardians, our graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am Geoffrey Onyanga, as I've been introduced. I'm representing Honorable State Minister for Higher Education, Honorable J.C. Muyingo, who was supposed to represent our Minister for Education and Sports, Honorable First Lady Janet Museveni. I'm going to read his message that he had prepared for you in this function. I salute you and bring you warm greetings from Mama Janet Museveni, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, the entire Ministry of Education and Sports, and the government of Uganda. As we gather here to honor the academic achievements of our graduating students, we are privileged to have a distinguished guest among us. It is therefore with great honor and profound respect that I welcome Her Excellency the Vice President of Uganda to our university's graduation ceremony. We are much honored to have you here, Your Excellency. I mean, it's a very busy period. Your Excellency, your presence here today is not just a ceremonial gesture, but a testament to the importance of education and its roles in shaping the future of this country. Today we look back to the days gone by and give thanks to God for having brought us this far. We are particularly grateful to God for our students who have completed their academic cycle and will be conferred degrees and awarded diplomas today. I congratulate you all. In the same spirit, I extend my appreciation to everyone that has had a hand in ensuring that you emerge successful. Special recognitions to your parents, your guidance and sponsors for the financial support, and your lecturers for the mentorships they provided during your academic journey. Thank you all. I wish to remind the university and all stakeholders that competence-based education and training has taken root in the country. And it is therefore important that all programs you are offering are aligned to this. No university will be allowed to admit students to programs that will not conform to competence-based education and training framework, starting with the academic year 2027-2028. The national vision for a 10-fold growth strategy presents a clear call to action. This ambitious framework, focusing on agro-industrialization, tourism development, mineral development, and STEM, needs the intellectual firepower of the institutions like Lira University. The challenge, therefore, is this: how will Lira University quantify its contribution? Can we set targets for the number of agro-processors, sustainable tourism entrepreneurs, mineral engineers, and tech innovators you will produce? Can your research directly translate into patents, policy papers, and commercial ventures in these key sectors? The nation is not just asking for graduates. It is asking for catalysts for transformation. I am confident that Lira University can define and deliver on these metrics of national impact. To our graduates, today marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, You have thrived in an environment of rigorous academic challenges and emerged as scholars ready to contribute to Uganda first and the world at large. The presence of our Excellence, the Vice President at this graduation ceremony, is a powerful reminder of the significant role you are about to play in our society. You are the future leaders, innovators, and change makers who will navigate the complexities of our evolving world. Remember, your education is not a final journey. It is a lifelong pursuit, spiced by the spirit of patriotism, to make Uganda a better place for those yet to come. The world will be your classroom, offering experiences that will refine your skills and broaden your horizons. Embrace curiosity and seek our knowledge with an open mind. When called to serve, do so with diligence and with love for those around you. As ministry and government, we note the contribution of Lira University to this country. It is gratifying as Minister of Education and Sports, we know the contribution of Lira University to this country. It is gratifying to note that graduates from Lira University are well sought after by many employees and industries, not only because of the quality of the product, but also sorry for that. Let me read that part again because of our interruption. It is gratifying to note that the graduates from Lira University are well sought after by many employers and industries, not only because of the quality of the products, but also due to its impacts to the community through research, innovations, and publications. I now want to thank the government of Uganda under the leadership of His Excellency the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for continuing to support Lira University. I am aware of the many challenges Lira University is facing. The ministry will take keen interest in addressing these challenges as more resources become available. Thank you for listening to me, for God and my country.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present to you one of our best student dancers for a musical interlude. We have Baganda Mkowaza Student Association, Lira University, going to give us a very short musical interlude.
Congratulations. I will save time and invite you to address us. A message from His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, and a visitor to all public universities under the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act. But before I present that message, allow me, Mr. Chancellor, to make just two remarks in light of what was said by the speakers who spoke before me. And the first one, to join you on behalf of government in mourning our dear leader, the Wanyach of Lango, the Paramount Chief, His Royal Highness Yosa Mundur, who we know that was a great son of Lango, but also a national figure who did good things here in Lango, but also very many good things in the country. The Royal Highness knew priorities of the people of Lango. And when the Director of Ceremonies asked us to observe a moment of silence, I thought that it was indeed fitting. So as government, we join you, the people of Lango and the people of Uganda, to mourn for his demise and continue praying that the Lord receives his soul in glory. When we were in, I think, Apache, he was there physically for a short time, and then I think he requested to be taken to rest. But I would like to use this opportunity to share with you a few highlights, especially the Chief Justice, about that Royal Highness. I had always come here in this region, and that Royal Highness would not miss a ceremony, whether it's education, whether it's health, whether it's poverty alleviation. He would make sure that he would join the leaders and his subjects in the ceremony. I pay tribute to him for his consistent statements to government in many ceremonies which I attended before this university was transformed into an independent university. It was still a college, a constituent college of Gulu University. So today, as we are saying that, may his soul rest in peace, he used to consistently tell me that you go and tell His Excellency the President that he wants the President to bring back the rhinoceros. And then he would say that he doesn't want the elephant. He should be taken away from his area. Whenever we would come to have a ceremony here, that would be his speech. Whenever we would go and have a ceremony in Lira Technical College, we had some money which we used to expand that college. The Royal Highness would come and make just that statement. He wants a rhino and the elephant should be removed. When we would be in Abilone now, Instructors College, we had some money we used to expand that college. The Royal Highness again will come there and say he wants the rhino and the elephant should be removed. There was a ceremony we had in Lira Hospital to establish a hostel in the hospital. Again, the Royal Highness would say, I want the rhino. Tell the President that he wants the rhino and that the elephant should be removed. For those of you who don't understand, the cultural institutions have their symbols. And apparently, justice, the symbol for this area is a rhino. But because the Lira Constituent College was under Gulu University, I think by omission, the designers of the signpost also put Lira University College, but by omission they put there the picture of the elephant, which belongs to another cultural institution. So His Royal Highness was always saying, remind the President. But by implication, that means that he consistently reminded government to make Lira University an independent university. But I would also always, when he says, tell the President that he wants a rhino and not an elephant, I would also go and say direct translation exactly the way he would say it. But there are some people in the ministry who were speaking Langi or Lango. They explained to me that the meaning of that is that he wants Lira University to be independent. And one time, Mr. Chancellor, the President directed me to honor the interests of His Royal Highness, to make Lira University independent so that the rhino may be put in the signpost. I don't know whether it was put. And then the elephant reverts back to his original traditional area. And as we stand now, I think that was done, and the people here are very happy, and the people on the other side where the elephant also is are very happy. That is President Museveni. He always takes the strides and makes sure that the people are happy and they are honored in their interests. So that Royal Highness, when you mention Lira University, his name is written in capital letters. You will see him struggling even when he's not feeling well, but he physically comes to make that point and then he goes back. So we are saying that we have lost an icon, not just for you, but for all of us. We thank him for what he did in the region and ensuring that he knows the priorities of the people of the region. My second concern is that I was asked to launch the cereals and the flour and the products which the researchers have made their input on, and they are now supposed to be on the shelf for you and me to consume. I read them and I saw the cereals are certified, UNBS certified. I asked, where is the logo for UNBS in the cereal? I mean in the flag. I was told that UNBS is in the process of certifying the flag up to the logical conclusion, but they are aware that the product exists and they are left with few stages to finish the certification process. And many other products which were launched here. I would like to use this occasion to call upon UNBS to conclude the certification, since I have already launched them, so that when we pick them at the shelves, we are sure about their quality and the relationship between when we consume them and our health. I congratulate the researchers, including Lira University, and I call upon all the researchers to join that fray, because that is a line that the President is preaching. Science, innovation, technology for wealth and job creation. Finally, the university is growing both qualitatively and quantitatively, arising from the reports given by the Chancellor, the Vice Chancellor, and the Chairperson of the University Council. The representative of the Ministry of Education has assured us that they will take keen interest on those areas highlighted to be challenges to the university and require the attention of government. I promise you, Mr. Chancellor, that I will work with the team from the Ministry of Education to ensure that those areas are attended to, especially areas of funding and areas to do with National Council for Higher Education, in light of the accreditation of the programs that have already been forwarded to them, but are under consideration. I can do that with the team from the Ministry of Education. But you, the representative, please endeavor to express the urgency of attending to those areas. Because every university and each university must grow in order to demonstrate results which are sustainable. Amongst the 3 universities which we created in one day as government under the instruction of His Excellency the President, I think without any bias, Chief Justice, without any bias, or for lack of a better word, if you like, your language in the judiciary, Lira University is growing fastest than the other 2. I attribute that to the commitment of the management. And of course, the key pillar, who is the Chancellor, who is the steward at the top of the university. I thank you, and I would like to call upon you to continue doing the same for generations and generations who will come to benefit in this university. But the other 2 universities should not hear about it. Let it be a secret. But if you would like to know them and confirm what I'm saying, you can walk to Soroti University, you can walk to Kavala University. Those are the 2 other universities which government created in one day. And they are supposed to be moving in light of their growth at the same pace. So if there are leaders from the other universities which I have mentioned, please borrow a leaf from Lira University. And if there are other regions without public universities, I think I saw that point from the message of His Excellency the President. I have always come here, Chief Justice in Lago, and I have always told them about how I was very privileged to have benefited from the UPC government. Because my uncle was a deputy governor in the UPC government, deputy governor Bank of Uganda. And he used to laugh with us and tell us that, have you seen my signature in the money, in the notes? Have you seen my signature? His signature was in those, the banknotes. But he passed on some 2 years ago. And whenever I come here, I'm also cautioned not to mention his name. Apparently in there, so his name doesn't mean anything bad. It means white ants, the white ant. But whenever I mention his name here, people feel like they should be swallowed by the, because it means a different thing. So I always end up saying, he was called John Robert, I end there. John Robert E, the other name is starts with E. So he was a very great friend of my father, and he benefited very strongly because he was working at the helm of the government at that level. And whenever I come here, I feel indebted because he was always telling me, Alupo, you are a young girl. You know that we are elders who brought you up when we were working in the UPC. But we have seen the progress that the NRM government is making. And then you would tell me that you work with the government, work with NRM. Even when I was still in the army, you would say, you work with NRM. It's doing good things. That was an elder of over 90 years. So whenever I come here, I want to remind my people of Lango. Our elders have guided us to work with NRM. Let's all work with NRM. And I speak as part of you, or even among the group that benefited more than some people from this area. We are in a university which was established by NRM and President Museveni. So let's support him as Lango. Let's give him a vote. Maybe the other elder died, but I came with one who is alive. She was called the Adia Winfred. She's here. You might say that why she's talking about someone who even she cannot mention his name. His name was called the Elagon. John Robert Elagon. I know there are some people who don't come from here. Those ones can understand the name properly. So the one who is here is called Adia Winfred. She was working very close in the office of His Excellency Winfred Obote. Very close. But she's from Kaplebio. Who is she? You stand up and they see. You go the other side and they see. The feeling I have is that we should move together. There are no Anetes are the same. People of Orungo and Muria, they speak the same language. People of Kaperemaido, Kalaki, we are neighbors. So that old woman there, stop there, you can see her. She was working. President Museveni is saying, she can go and sit. This is a graduation, you cannot speak. But they have seen you. Let me now go back to His Excellency, the President. Because I also have to rush, you will permit me, Justice, at the end of my message of the President, you will permit me to rush. I also have one opponent in my district who is giving me hard time, reminding people that I have an opponent. When they go to a place, they say, you also have an opponent. Then it is now my work now to remind the people that I have. But I'm doing it dutifully like a law-abiding citizen. And for President Museveni, he has not yet concluded Lango. He will come and conclude. But we want a block vote from Lango for President Museveni. After the President visits here, I will also come back to join my sisters and brothers who are here with you to see how we can secure that victory. Don Okwao Ume Mio Chok, who bought a Don Lobo President Museveni, Bang Ote Bole Uno Quir Me Dok, Mede Kede Tichere. Achalo Adon Lobo Iera Me Waka Abino. Ni ame abedo inino due 15th January 2026. And on the day of that election, me I will be here in Lango. I'll come here a week towards elections so that we work well and produce that promise of a block vote for Lango. I have already told you that I'm reminding people about my opponent, reminding. So by 2015 is there. Everything will be clear, and I will now come here so that we work from there. So this is his message, Mr. Chancellor. I would like to welcome everyone joining us today at the 7th graduation ceremony. A graduation at such a level is a major educational milestone. It is a celebration of the graduates' hard work, diligence, and discipline through teaching and experience. I would like to thank the leadership of Lira University, the parents, teaching and non-teaching staff, and the students for making the university's 7th graduation ceremony possible. I congratulate you all for the dedication and strong will you have displayed over the years in the pursuit of learning. I must note that Lira is headed in the right direction. As government, we are fully committed to supporting projects with potential and those that exhibit traits of steady progress, because ultimately these projects are critical to playing a great part in the socio-economic development of our nation. The National Resistance Movement's policy on education has never changed. The government is fully committed to having one primary school per parish, a secondary school per sub-county, and a technical school per district. Currently, 90% of all parishes have a primary school, 80% of which are government aided. About 90% of all sub-counties have a secondary school, 67% of which are government aided. Similarly, all the major regions of the country now have a public university. For today, graduates, your education has primed you for this moment. As graduates, your role is to deeply analyze and evaluate the trajectory of your society and diagnose and prescribe solutions to the problems of your people. You have refined your reasoning capabilities and sharpened intellect. You have sought out diverse opinions, so you are now understanding the world from multiple perspectives. I congratulate you all for the dedication and strong will you have displayed over the years in pursuit for learning and academic excellence. The NRM government remains committed to the promotion of science and technology as a major lever to development and sustainability of our economy. I am optimistic that the graduates from Lira University will form a formidable workforce which will spur Uganda's industrialization and technological advancement. I commend Lira University for teaching relevant academic courses and for equipping students with skills that give them a better standing in the job market. This is the only way government and parents will gain value from the enormous investment in our children's education. The problem of unemployment among the young graduates can be easily solved if all the institutions of higher learning teach relevant courses that satisfy the job market in the private sector. The public sector has only 469,216 jobs. This is absolutely nothing in relation to a population of 46 million Ugandans. Therefore, the greatest number of graduates must seek employment in the private sector. Unlike the past regimes which suffocated the private sector, thus undermining its capacity to create jobs, the NRM has created a favorable environment to attract local and foreign investments. Now that we have enough electricity, good roads, peace and security, etc., government is prioritizing industrialization to cut down the hemorrhage caused by the excessive importation of items that can competitively be produced here in Uganda. When we import these items, we donate both money and jobs to foreigners, leaving our own children unemployed. More industries in Uganda means more jobs for the population and taxes to the government to carry out development projects. Thus, my appeal to universities is that they equip students with skills which are needed by the private sector. As government attracts more investments, the demand for a skilled and productive workforce will also increase. The students must be responsive to the capacity of the rapidly changing global economy, which is mainly driven by science and technology. Lastly, I urge today's graduates to refrain from reckless and dangerous lifestyles such as drunkenness, sexual promiscuity, extravagant spending, etc. The government and your parents have made endless sacrifices to educate you. I thank you all and wish you joyful celebrations. Mr. Chancellor, sir, that is a message from His Excellency the President to you and members of the congregation. I thank you for your kind attention for God and my country.
Your contribution towards the establishment of the university, as you actually stated today and you have always done so. We continue to promise that we shall do all that is within our means. Nations of the university are realized as per the documents that establish it.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have one announcement to make to all the graduates. Please take your academic transcripts and certificates from your respective faculties after this ceremony. We have kept our promise. We always deliver right, so you can pick that up. So we're now coming to the Holy of Holies, the holy moment. And get ready now. This is what you've been waiting for. But I ask the graduates, please let's be organized and allow the entire process to end, then we can now move out of the place. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to invite the deans to present to you the graduates who have satisfied the requirements for the conferment of degrees and the awarded diplomas of Lira University, following the order of presentation in the booklet.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Executive Master of Business Administration of Lira University. Abalo Esther, Atola Eunice, Akot Sylvia, Awoi Thomas, Mbabazi Sarah, Nabudu Annette, Nabukeyi Judith, Ojok Geoffrey, Okelo Calvin, Okelo Daniel, Okelo Emmanuel, Okon Walter, Olot Fred, and Oloa James Aremo.
By virtue of authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Executive Master of Business Administration of Lira University.
Congratulations. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Master of Arts in Public Administration and Management of Lira University. Akazibwa Rebecca, Okelo Tony, Opio Geoffrey, Ronaldo, and Oriema Patrick.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Master of Arts in Public Administration and Management of Lira University. Congratulations.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Master of Public Health of Lira University. Akio Jennifer, Akelo Molly, Akio Bridget, Angelo Sandy Normal, Angoli Dennis, Anyanu Caroline Oliet, Akili Ellen, Apollo Flavia Ellen, Akim Vicky Irene, Agio Tony, Ekit Rebecca, Emoit John Bosco, Akizimana Senatori, Isagre Isaac Ajuma, Kisa D. Anthony, Collie Francisca, Nakajima Janet, Naguja Alice, Ubwa Dennis Oban, Ubal Emmanuel, Ubok Joshua, Ujok Ronald, Unyang Geoffrey, Unyang Julius Caesar, Opio Mark, and Kukomshaba Evans.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Master of Public Health of Lira University.
Mr. Chancellor, I would request for a few minutes after reading the names of the graduates, for the midwives to take a midwife's place. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Master of Political Science of Lira University. I'm Myra Peterson. I now request them to stand up, raise the right hand, and take the middle place. Kindly repeat after me. When I say I, you mention your name. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous. And will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession. And will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping. And all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to work in partnership with the physician to support health care. And as a missioner of health, I will dedicate myself to King's service to humanity. To ensure the safety and welfare of the people under my care. So help me God.
By virtue of authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Master of Midwifery Science of Lira University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of postgraduate diploma in Public Administration and Management of Lira University. Abo Innocent, Adon Janet, Adon Knight, Akelo Eunice, Akelo Stella Mary, Ako Sandra, Anu Harriet Eunice, Amone Thomas, Anena Mary Rachel, Anyait Miriam, Atara John Amon, Ayo Lily, Ebon Patrick, Lamaka Caroline Oton, Natsugira Brenda, Obali Godfrey, Ogwa Daniel, Ojo Flavia, Okech Santo, Olanya Denish, Omara Josephine, and Obio Peter.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I congratulate all those persons whose names have been read on the award of postgraduate diploma in Public Administration and Management of Lira University.
The students who have satisfied the requirements for our postgraduate diploma in financial management of Lira University. Abalo Juliet, Achille Judy, Akelo Patricia, Akot Teddy, Atom Harriet, Auma Patricia, Ebon Francis, Obia Moses, Obon Francis, Obon Robert, Okere Kanu, Okio Quinto, and Oborod Musa.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I congratulate all those persons whose names have been read on the award of postgraduate diploma in financial management of Lira University.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I have the honor to present to you the students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Public Health of Lira University. Baba Justin, Bami Lira Patrick, Ekino Silva, Eliahu Isaac, Karani Job Nethani, Kimuli George William, Rubega Alan, Mugabe Simon Peter, Mugume Alan, Mumuli Peter, Usinguzi Wencislas, Mugami Isa, Ndagre Constance, Okelo Ivan, Oluma Quinto, Kunzile John Baptist, Wandama Timothy, and Giga Sharif.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Science in Public Health of Lira University.
I have the honor to present to you students who have satisfied the requirements for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Community Psychology and Psychotherapy of Lira University. They are Acham Monica, Akelo Jennifer, Akile Sandra Onyang, Akulu Oliver, Akwero Tina Trudy, Amori Tracy, Ategeka Kenneth, Atim Betty, Wambale Aguripa, Nandamba Jemima, first class, Nandalwa Peace, Insima Gift, Uvili Kennedy, Odonga Leo, Ogwal Paul Oduli, Ogwal Emmanuel Deo, Ojumu Samson, Okelo David Livingstone, and Sembatia Joseph.
By virtue of the authority entrusted to me, I confer upon all those persons whose names have been read the degree of Bachelor of Science in Community Psychology and Psychotherapy of Lira University.
University, Acheng Jacqueline, Achio Kimberly, Achiro Sharon, Akelo Lucy, and Lady Denise Caxton, Aliyah Patrick, and Loon Lydia Ruth, and Wamo Lucy Beatrice, and Tim Sisi, Auma Lydia, Awio Hogan, and Rao Jerome, Mukoya Joyce Gertrude, Ochen Amy Fred, Odia Benedicto, Odon Norbert, Odu Cosmos,